no mobile phone.
So before GSM?
Yes. I didn't know, and it came to my house. Meanwhile, my house then was, the gates opened. The living room is where you just knock the door and someone will come downstairs and open the door. And this time my mom had traveled with my younger sister. It was just myself and one of my elder sister that was at home, and my house, like a duplex, was a duplex so big that if you're in a room upstairs down, you won't know what's going on downstairs, things like that. So I came down normally the way I come down, it was like 6:30 to 7. It was pretty early.
Right.
I was still in my nightwear. I was wearing a gown, my nightwear, and I heard the knock. Who is that? Pastor Biodo. I was first of all like, I couldn't say anything, like, what's this time?
So early?
But immediately I just opened the door. It just pushed me. He didn't say anything. He didn't utter any word. He just pushed me to one of the chairs in my living room, and I saw him like he was removing his belt. So I was like, what? He just said, keep quiet, do what I want you to do, and you'll be fine. So at this point, really, a whole lot was just going on in my head, because it was more like someone that had put up here that I felt was really, really concerned about me. I had already felt him in the place of like a father that could speak to me, guide me. He was there about to do something I did not believe. And then when I was just about to react, he just covered my mouth. And when he covered my mouth, it was just like, Busola, listen to me and you'll be fine. Just do what I want you to do. I didn't struggle. I just left him, and he brought out his pennies, and I was wearing a nightgown. I was wearing pants, pulled down my pants, and that was how he found difficulty to enter, but he just kept, I was like grunting, I would cry, I was just doing a whole lot of mixed feelings and all that, and he eventually penetrated, even blood dropped on the floor. And at that point, he finished what he wanted to do. He had an orgasm and he zipped up. He left me there. I just sat on the floor and he went out. So when he went out, sorry, just hold on a minute.
So take your time. Take your time. Take your time.
Because this particular time, it looks like something that just happened, like an event, but a whole lot are damaged within me. As in, I don't even know how to define it, a whole lot. He entered his car. All I saw was he came back and he brought Crest.
What is Crest? Toothpaste?
No, a drink then.
Mouthwash?
No, a drink.
Like a soft drink?
Yeah, like a soft drink.
Right.
It was Crest. It had green contents.
Right. I do remember. I think I remember Crest.
Yeah,
yes.
So it was already opened. Right. He had opened it and he just poured it in my mouth.
Why? I mean,
I don't know. So he poured it in my mouth and I had to just be swallowing it as he was pouring, swallowing it. And he finished, and he was now tapping me like, you should be happy I'm the one that did this to you.
Okay.
So And then he left. He said, I'll see you. He left. But I should be happy. That is the one that did it to you. There is a man of God that did this to me.
You should be happy that the man of God
disvirgined me, sort of.
Okay, sorry. Let me be sure that I get this chain of events. And I'm sorry, because this is obviously a difficult thing.
Yeah, it's fine.
So you're saying that Pastor Busola, and he was a pastor at this time.
Yes.
He has set up this church called Koza in Ilorin.
Yes, he was married. The wife had given birth.
Oh, and he had the child.
Yes, the wife had given birth to Shindara then.
Right.
Very little baby.
Boy. And you were in the choir?
Yes.
That he'd like to be your spiritual father?
Yes.
And so, based on that, he would come and visit you to help, encourage you and support you.
Yeah.
And then one morning, Biodun Fatunyiwo comes into your house at dawn at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And without saying anything to you, when you open the door, he pushes you onto a chair.
Yeah.
He tells you to shut up.
Yeah.
And then he rapes you.
Yeah. I was first of all like, I couldn't say anything like, what's this time?
So early?
But immediately I just opened the door. He just pushed me. He didn't say anything. He didn't utter any word. He just pushed me to one of the chairs in my living room, and I saw him like he was removing his belt. So I was like, what? He just said, keep quiet, do what I want you to do, and you'll be fine. So at this point, really, a whole lot was just going on in my head, because it was more like someone that had put up here that I felt was really, really concerned about me. I had already felt him in the place of like a father that could speak to me, guide me. He was there about to do something I did not believe. And then when I was just about to react, he just covered my mouth. And when he covered my mouth, just like, Busola, listen to me and you'll be fine. Just do what I want you to do. I didn't struggle. I just left him, and he brought out his pennies, and I was wearing a nightgown. I was wearing pants, pulled down my pants, and that was how he found difficulty to enter, but he just kept, I was like grunting, I would cry, I was just doing a whole lot of mixed feelings and all that, and he eventually penetrated, even blood dropped on the floor. And at that point, he finished what he wanted to do. He had an orgasm, and
a lot of you are jumping. Yes. I stand with Busola. I see all her pictures on a lot of people's profiles, standing with her. Yes. It's good to support a woman who's in pain. However, let us be warned that what we saw in that interview are not facts. They are allegations. There's a difference between a fact and an allegation. And as wise people, as Christians, and as intellectuals, we must be able to differentiate between a fact and an allegation.
And Bobrisky, of all people, took it upon himself to come out and talk about it. And not only talking about it, he's siding with the pastor. Bobrisky, let me tell you something. No matter how you put a makeup on your face, no matter how you wear a woman's outfit, doesn't make you a woman. Let me get that into your tin skull. You're a man. You don't know.
Your Gucci pastor. Your Gucci pastor. You see? First of all, I noticed that your Gucci pastor has blocked me. First. Just to tell you that my trolling has reached him. I didn't know he had blocked me. It was today I said, let me check his stupid page. Animal is better than that supposed to Gucci pastor. Animal. Yes, he has a problem. Mental, physical, spiritual, whole body problem. He needs to be deleted from the world. Everybody's looking at me like I'm mad, but it's true. God will help all of you who are still following such a stupid man.
Because that was the second time it happened again.
So it happened twice?
It happened twice.
In 1 week?
In 1 week.
Does the rape by Biodun happen twice in 1 week?
Yes, in 1 week. So that day I entered the car, the white van.
So after you had said you were not going to go, he basically insisted that you had to go with him,
Yeah,
that he would
the
drop you
wife
off.
was like, go now, Pastor
Oh,
just
the wife
wants to
said-
drop you. I was
The wife
like,
didn't think to ask you,
no,
why are you so worried about going away?
she didn't. She just said, follow Pastor now. Pastor is going, just follow him, drop at the junction. So, because that was what I said, I would just drop at the junction of the house because it was quite a distance to walk from their house to where the taxi, you could get a taxi. So, entered this car with, there was a church member around then.
Right. Yeah, you
So-
mentioned that the church member had
Yes.
come in the morning.
Yes, so the church member actually just dropped off before we even got to the junction.
Right.
And then he was driving, I was in front. He was the one driving. He just changed, like he made a detour.
Immediately he dropped off this other church member, he just changes the route.
Yes, after we advanced to another level, like before we got to the main junction
Right.
where I could get a taxi. And then I was like, Pastor, go and drop me at the junction. Can I come down? He was just smiling, and then he was just saying different things like, I am yours. You do what you want, what I tell you to do. And he just parked the car when he got there. At that moment, my heartbeat was very fast because I knew something was about to happen again. Something was about to happen again. There was nothing. I didn't even think of violence. I didn't think of hitting something. I didn't think of that. At that point, he came down from his car and opened the door, pulled me out.
This was on the main road?
Yes, somewhere with nobody was there,
Right, so
not
it
on the
entered
main
into-
road.
Right,
Yes.
right, so it entered gone off the main road.
Yes. We never even reached the main road.
Ah, right, because you came from his house. So
Yes,
it is the
we
road
never
to,
reached.
right.
It was just the road to another place.
Right.
Anybody that knew Songo then was just full of bushes here
Right,
and there.
right.
Houses were just beginning to be developed there. So he just parked and came out, pulled me. I told you. I wanted to do this to you in the house. You did not answer. That's how he bent me over. At the back of the car. Opened the door. Then later on, put me at the bonnet, like my hands like this. Then later on, even just held my hands like this at the back. Held my hands like this. Like, I don't want to be cruel to you. Just answer me. Just give me what I want. So at that point, I didn't even do anything again. I just allowed him.
So he raped you again?
Yes. So he did it there. And came. I was more or less like a slave now.